What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about secrets for consistent gym gains. What is the secret to being motivated to go to the gym every day, making it a habit? We're going to talk about all that stuff here today. So the secrets to working out consistently, there's a couple of key factors and we're going to break each of these down individually. Making it a habit is the first one. Making it a habit, usually they say it takes 30 days of doing something over and over again to make it a habit. And I would say, to be certain, probably even longer than that. Probably 60 days. 50 to 60 days of doing something every single day will make it a habit. You know how sometimes when you forget to set your alarm in the morning on a Saturday, or you purposely don't set your alarm on a Saturday, but you wake up at 6 o'clock every Saturday morning, even though your alarm didn't wake you up? Well, you know what that is? That's your routine. That's your mind and your body being so used to being in that routine. Even though you didn't set an alarm to wake up at 6 o'clock, you still wake up at that time because your body has that power to do that. And that's what it takes. It takes a long time to build up that routine. So if you're someone that gets up at 7 normally and wants to wake up at 5, it's going to take a while. It doesn't seem like that much. It seems insignificant. It's 2 hours. But 2 hours every single day, every single morning, now that's 2 hours at night earlier that you're going to be tired. And when you're normally tired at, say, 10 o'clock at night because you got up at 6, you're going to probably be tired at like 8 o'clock because you got up 2 hours earlier. What are you going to do for those little things to make those habits continue into the next day, in the next month, in the next year, into doing what you need to do? Right? So building those habits, it's really, really important. And sticking to those habits to where you're not even going to think about it. It's going to be subconscious, right? Like when you wake up at 6 o'clock because you wake up at 6 every day, it becomes a subconscious routine and you won't even think twice about it. But you have to make it a conscious effort for those first month and a half, 2 months. Do workouts that you can enjoy. And I talk about this in my course that I'll be releasing here later this year. But do workouts you enjoy. I think so many people, they talk about doing the hard things and doing things you don't like. Yes, that is important. There are things you're going to have to do you don't like to do. That's discipline. But it's a lot easier to work out when you're doing workouts you enjoy. Do workouts you enjoy. Find a couple on YouTube, a leg workout, an arm workout, a chest workout, a back workout, a chest workout. There's the reason I said chest twice, right? Chest is important. That's why I'm working on that a little more here in 2025. But that is the things you have to look at, is you need to break it down and figure out which workouts for each individual exercise that you really like. Because it's a lot easier to get into the gym, especially in the beginning. It's a lot easier to get into the gym when you're doing workouts that you don't hate and you somewhat enjoy. So try to focus on that. Taking weekly pictures of your progress is essential. And I'm not even going to say it as something you should do. It is essential. You have to have those on your portfolio. You have to have them in your phone. I would even recommend, I just bought myself a new, it's basically a scale that tracks on your phone. And you get to see, I mean, the water weight and stuff like that. I don't know how accurate that is. But every week, checking your weight, at the very least. Checking your weight every week. Maybe downloading the app that's attached with that scale. And taking pictures, because I think pictures are the most indicative thing. Because if you're seeing a difference in your physique, yeah, maybe you aren't losing weight, but if you look bigger in your chest and leaner in your stomach, in your torso, well, obviously you're losing weight. In that sense, you're losing the fat and you're building muscle, which is going to weigh more than the fat, right? So yeah, maybe you still weigh 180 pounds, but if you weigh 180 pounds of lean, fit mass, that's a lot better than 180 pounds of Taco Bell fat in your stomach, right? And then the last thing, and this is one that goes back to my first video I made on the channel, is having a quote. I think quotes are really important. I think having one quote that gets you through every day is really important. And my quote is getting 1% better every day. And if you can think about, instead of looking at all the distractions for what they are, focus on one task today. I'm going to do one thing today that's going to make me better tomorrow morning when I wake up. What's that one thing you're going to do? Is it going to be waking up an extra 30 minutes early for that jog? Is it going to be eating better today? And that's going to make me feel better tomorrow. And doing that same thing tomorrow and the day after. And you know, that 50-mile marathon, 50-mile marathon's a long marathon. But if you break it down by each mile, well, then it doesn't seem so bad. And you do that 1 mile focus 50 times over, well, then you're going to reach your end goal. So, really important to remember some of these key points that I mentioned here, because I think finding some of these things, it isn't the end all be all, and it's hard. Maybe the first month or two, you're very motivated, you're into it, but when you're invested in it, it helps, but that's not always enough motivation. Sometimes you need some core structures to keep you on track, right? Sometimes you need the guardrails from the bowling alley, you need the guardrails up, just to keep you in between the lanes. Keep you in the lanes. You might drift over from one side of the lane to the next, but you're still staying on the board into the bowling pins, right? But you got to have those borders there to keep you in there, right? And that's really important. And I think some of these things that we just talked about here today are some of those things that are going to keep you in the lanes, right? So just to recap, some of the secrets to working out consistently and staying on your course here for 2025 and beyond, making it a habit and doing it every single day, especially for those first, I would say 50 to 60 days. They say habits can be built in 30. We're going to go with 50 to 60 just to make sure we keep those guardrails up long enough. So on day 40, after 30 days, now 10 days after those guardrails come down, you all of a sudden fall off. We're going to make sure that this stays on track. 50 to 60 days. 2 months. 2 months. It's January, February, March. Right? Those months of the year suck anyway. It's easy to grind during those months. Not a lot of distractions. You got Valentine's, you got Easter, St. Patrick's Day. That's about it. Those aren't key holidays where family's around all the time and stuff, right? There's a good time to focus on your goals. It's not nice outside, at least here in the Northeast in New York. Focus on doing some of those things. Working out and doing things that you enjoy. Workouts you enjoy are crucial, especially for my beginners that are just getting into it, because it's going to hurt working out. You're going to be sore. You're going to be tired. It's hard, especially for the very, very amateur beginners. It's important that you do workouts you enjoy. And then as you get more into it, maybe you'll start to do things that are more outside your comfort zone, but have a starting point. And then from there, we're going to do weekly pictures and looking at the scale just to keep an idea of where our progress is. Because weighing yourself every single day can get a little tedious, and it's also going to be kind of unfair because you're going to have days where you want to go out to a nice dinner with your girl maybe, and you might gain 5 pounds that day from eating too much stuff. Well, over a week, you're going to get a better evaluation of how much that really impacted you. Going day by day, you're going to hurt yourself more by getting too caught up in it. Try and focus on going on the scale and reading your phone charts on the scale and taking those pictures once a week. And do it in the morning, preferably, before you eat and get bloated. And then the last one is having that quote that's going to get you through each day. It's going to snap you back into the goal. 1% every day. 1% better every day. That's my focus. All right, I'm falling off track a little. 1% better every day. All right, puts me back into the mindset I need. Keeps those guardrails, keeps me, from falling out, and keeps me going down the path that I want to go. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like this content, want to see more videos like it, guys, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and continue to improve. See you later.